Steam has another week packed with incredible deals, huge 90% discounts, and several games you can jump into with your friends for a limited time. Some of these are AAA classics, others are fantastic co-op games, and there are even a few offers you definitely don't want to miss before they're gone. So let's jump right into it, because the first few games are easily some of the best deals available right now. First up, Killing Floor 3 is completely free to play until July 27th, and if you've got a couple of friends looking for something to play this weekend, this is easily one of the best options. The game throws you into wave after wave of mutants, where teamwork is the key to surviving. Every match is packed with fast action, satisfying gunplay, and plenty of weapons to unlock and upgrade. If you enjoyed Left 4 Dead or the previous Killing Floor games, you'll feel right at home here. Since it's free to try for a limited time, there's really no reason not to give it a shot. And next, ICARUS is also free to play until July 27th, and this one is perfect if you enjoy survival games. You and your friends land on a dangerous alien planet where gathering resources, building shelters, crafting better equipment, and surviving the environment are all part of the experience. The world looks beautiful, but it's constantly trying to kill you with storms, wildlife, and harsh conditions. It's one of those games that's simply more fun in co-op, especially when everyone has a role to play. Up next is Metal Gear Solid Master Collection version, and you can play it for free until July 27th as well. If you've somehow never experienced one of the most influential stealth franchises ever made, this is the perfect opportunity. The collection includes the classic Metal Gear Solid games that help define the stealth genre with memorable boss fights, clever level design, and the legendary Solid Snake. Whether you're revisiting the series or playing it for the first time, this free weekend is definitely worth taking advantage of. And next, Call of Juarez. Gunslinger is sitting at a massive 90% discount, and it's still one of the most fun Wild West shooters you can buy. Instead of focusing on realism, the game goes all in on fast arcade action with stylish gunfights, slow motion duels, and satisfying revolver combat. The narrator constantly changes the story as you play, making every mission feel unique and giving the game a personality that's hard to find anywhere else. If you're looking for a short but incredibly entertaining shooter, this is an easy recommendation at 90% off. And next, the classic Hitman games are all sitting at a massive 90% discount, including Hitman, Codename 47, Hitman 2, Silent Assassin, and Hitman Contracts. If you've only played the modern World of Assassination trilogy, this is a great chance to see where Agent 47's story began. These games focus much more on careful planning, disguises, and finding creative ways to eliminate your targets without anyone noticing. They may be older, but they're still packed with memorable missions and plenty of replay value. At 90% off, it's an easy way to experience some of the most iconic stealth games ever made. Moving on, Bulletstorm is also available for an incredible 90% off, and if you like fast-paced shooters, you're going to have a great time with this one. The game rewards you for being as creative as possible during combat. Instead of simply shooting every enemy, you're encouraged to kick them into spikes, launch them into the air, pull them in with your energy leash, and chain together ridiculous combos for bigger rewards. It's over-the-top, chaotic, and never takes itself too seriously. If you're tired of realistic military shooters, Bulletstorm is a refreshing change of pace. Up next is Rising Storm 2. Vietnam, currently discounted by a huge 90%. Unlike most modern shooters, this one focuses on realistic teamwork and brutal firefights where every bullet matters. Matches are large, intense, and often completely unpredictable, with helicopters, tunnels, artillery strikes, and dense jungle maps creating some incredibly memorable moments. It has a steeper learning curve than arcade shooters, but once everything clicks, it's one of the most rewarding multiplayer experiences you can have. At this price, it's absolutely worth picking up. And next, Sherlock Holmes. The Awakened is sitting at 90% off, and this is a great choice if you enjoy detective games with a darker atmosphere. Instead of simply following quest markers, you're actually investigating crime scenes, collecting evidence, questioning suspects, and putting the pieces together yourself. The story mixes classic Sherlock Holmes investigations with Lovecraft-inspired horror, creating a mystery that keeps getting stranger the deeper you go. If you like solving puzzles and uncovering secrets, this is definitely one to check out while it's heavily discounted. Up next, Call of Cthulhu is currently 85% off, and this is one of the best psychological horror games you can grab during this sale. Inspired by H.P. Lovecraft's universe, you investigate the mysterious death of a family on a remote island where nothing is quite what it seems. The game focuses on exploration, dialogue, stealth, and slowly uncovering terrifying secrets. Instead of relying on constant jump scares, the atmosphere is excellent. The story keeps you guessing until the end, and if you're a fan of horror games that mess with your mind, this is a deal deal you definitely shouldn't miss. And next, INDUSTRIA is currently sitting at a massive 90% discount, and if you're a fan of story-driven shooters, this one is definitely worth a look. You suddenly find yourself in a mysterious parallel dimension filled with strange machines and abandoned locations, and the game has a very strong Half-Life vibe from start to finish. It's not a huge open-world adventure, but that's actually one of its strengths. The pacing stays consistent, the atmosphere keeps you hooked, and the story leaves you wanting to know what happens next. At 90% off, it's an easy recommendation. Up next, Wild Assault is completely free to play, and if you're looking for a new multiplayer game with friends, this one is surprisingly fun. Instead of realistic soldiers, you play as different anthropomorphic characters, each with their own abilities, weapons, and playstyle. The matches are fast, chaotic, and objective-based, with plenty of teamwork and non-stop action. It has been gaining a lot of attention recently, and if you're curious why so many people are talking about it, now's the perfect time to jump in and see for yourself. And next we have yet another Zombie Defense HD, currently available with a 100% discount, meaning you can permanently add it to your Steam library for free if you claim it in time. This is a simple but incredibly addictive top-down co-op shooter where you and your friends defend your base against endless waves of zombies. During the day you build barricades, place turrets, and prepare your defenses, and once night falls, it's all about surviving as long as possible. It's easy to pick up, works great in co-op, and considering you can keep it forever at no cost, this is easily one of the best deals in today's video. Moving on, Firefighting Simulator. Ignite is free to play until July 26th, and this is something completely different from the usual action games. You and your team respond to dangerous fires, rescue civilians, operate authentic firefighting equipment, and work together to keep situations under control. Communication is just as important as skill, especially during larger missions where everyone has a specific role. If you're looking for a co-op game that feels fresh and different, this free weekend is definitely worth checking out. And finally, for this section, Unrailed 2 Back on Track is free to play until July 27th, and if you've ever played the first game, you already know how chaotic things can get. Your team has to build a railroad in real time, while the train never stops moving. One person gathers resources, another lays down tracks, someone clears obstacles, and somehow everyone is trying to keep the train from crashing. It starts out simple, but within minutes, everyone is yelling, laughing, and desperately trying to keep everything together. It's one of the best party co-op games you can play with friends, and with a free weekend available, now's the perfect time to give it a try. And Next Beholder is currently available for an incredible 90% off, and this is one of those games where every decision has consequences. You play as a landlord working for a totalitarian government, spying on your tenants by installing hidden cameras, searching their apartments, and reporting suspicious activity. But the more you learn about the people living in your building, the harder those choices become. Do you follow orders to protect your own family or risk everything to help someone else? It's a fantastic mix of strategy, storytelling, and moral choices, and at 90% off, it's absolutely worth experiencing. Up next is Overpass 2, also sitting at a huge 90% discount. If traditional racing games are all about speed, this one is all about control. Instead of smooth asphalt tracks, you're driving powerful off-road vehicles across steep hills, deep mud, rocky terrain, and obstacles that can completely stop you if you make one wrong move. Every course feels like its own challenge, and finding the right line is often more important than flooring the accelerator. If you're looking for a racing game that feels completely different from the usual Formula 1 or Need for Speed experience, this is a great deal. And next, Tennis World Tour 2 is currently 90% off, and if you're a fan of sports games, this one is definitely worth checking out. It features licensed professional players, a full career mode, online matches, and plenty of customization as you work your way up the rankings. The gameplay is much more simulation focused than arcade tennis games, rewarding good positioning, timing, and smart shot selection. Whether you want to play quick matches or build your own champion from the ground up, there's plenty of content here, especially at this price. Up next, Suicide Guide. The Lost Dreams is also available with a massive 90% discount, and this is easily one of the strangest puzzle games on Steam. Every level throws you into a bizarre dream where the only goal is to wake yourself up by solving physics-based puzzles in the most ridiculous ways possible. You'll be launching yourself across maps, interacting with strange objects, and figuring out creative solutions that are often just as funny as they are clever. It doesn't take itself seriously at all, making it a perfect game if you're looking for something lighthearted and different. And that's it for today's best Steam deals. Hopefully you found a few games worth adding to your library before these discounts disappear. And don't forget to claim the limited time offers before they're gone, because a few of them will only be available for the next couple of days. days. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I cover the biggest Steam sales, hidden gems, free weekends, and the best game deals every single week. So if you don't want to miss the next round of discounts, you're in the right place. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.